morning and hello, I'm Professor This is the Forex Supermodel Racing Review and Forex Briefing for, Tuesday the 24th of January 2023. We had no racing yesterday, so the account was static at plus 71.80 units, and today the weather's had a go at it again really, and there's one all-weather meeting at Southall, and we've had a look at it. It's not really very clever for us, so we have to know better again today. But that's just the way it goes. The weather's, I think if you look at the weather forecast, it looks like it peaked yesterday in terms of cold weather. So we should start thawing out and running into the usual wet and windy, which will be much better for racing. So that's what we're getting on to. So that's that. On the Forex front, quite a bit going on. Now yesterday we said that they all pointed to the euro longs, and at the time that was correct. And then what you had, basically we had that situation, and then around sort of 9 o'clock, 9:30, you started getting this swing into equities, and then you got this equity transmission. So the best place to really have a go, if you were going to have a go yesterday, was euro yen, so long euro yen, because you were getting the strength of the euro with the weakness of the yen via the carry trade probably into equities. So that was the transmission there. The euro dollar initially started charging up, and then they did an about turn as yields started rising on the 10-year. So that wasn't so clever. You had a short-term window there, but the easier one was euro yen off the back of what we just said. Now today you've got a sort of an interesting box in. It's all about PMIs, Purchasing Managers Index, measures of inflation going forward. The 8:30 you got German PMIs, tier ones. And then half an hour later you got the euro as a block, PMIs tier 2s. So that's the euro end of it. So we'll see how that pans out on the data. If you get it's likely to be hot data. By that we mean it's likely to be strong. So inflation, all the ECB speakers have been talking up inflation, and they will obviously have had a good look at this data ahead of time. So the likelihood is going to reinforce the inflationary outlook of the euro. And then you've got this 9:30. You've got the GBP, the pound end of it. You've got PMIs again, tier ones. So you've got that half an hour gap, and then that will set the scene really. And then you've got 14:45, quarter to 3 in the afternoon. You've got US PMIs tier 2, the big one really as far as the market's concerned. Now the market's positioned for a weak dollar. If you get any signs of PMI strength, it's going to upset people on the trades. Now so the way to play it today is to let this data roll in, the 8:30, the 9 o'clock, and to a less extent the 9:30. If you get a good strong German and European PMIs, you're going to see a follow through probably on. You're going to see a ramp up in the euro dollar, so long euro dollar, and then as we approach 14:45, you're going to see a scaling back of this due to the uncertainty and the data risk. So the best way to play it in our view is to look what's being pumped on the euro end. Depends what's happening in equities. If equities are likely to be soft probably, so really the euro yen is probably not the best place to be today, whereas it was yesterday. Probably the euro dollar is where they're going to try and charge it up. And then what you're looking for is a peak in the euro dollar buying, and then they'll roll it back just prior to this 14:45 data PMIs for America, and that rolling back, you may well find, depending on how much they pump the euro dollar, is a very relatively straightforward trade, as people like not often take profits or whatever. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. So anyway, the racing's a bit of a pain in the neck, but we're on a high at the moment, so we can't complain too much. And Forex is starting to cook. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and goodbye.